Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Saturday, the Sabbath day, January 7th, 2023. Beautiful day. We got the sun today. Amazing. And it's amazing how much sun comes through the window because it's not a real big window, but it's the power of God, what He does in life. So I'm kind of taking care of my heart. My blood pressure is below normal, which is good. That's a healthy heart. But the edema is increasing. So that's what happens with congestive heart failure. The only way is to stay away from any kind of stress, any kind of negativity, any of that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of rest today. But anyway, we had a nice walk out in the wilderness. And then Hannah came back and decided to chew one of the toys. Take the stuffings right out to get to the prize of the squeaker. That's just what she likes to do. She's liked to do that ever since she was a little kid. I used to scold her for it, but who am I to scold her? That's her toy to play with. So if that's what she wants to do with it, so be it. So I had written something out, and I'm probably going to repeat some things that I had said yesterday about what day was the Sabbath. But I know that there are some things that I wrote out on in my notes on my phone that are new. So I just love uncovering the truth, don't you? I will continue doing so until the good Lord calls me home. The sacred Sabbath day began at sundown last night and continues until sundown tonight. I've always been about dates, times, yet most of all facts. Factual evidence is true. You can attempt to make it a lie unless you convince humans that the lie is true, when in fact a lie can never be thy truth. You can look, how we have continued to be deceived. In Geneva 1560, the truth is spelled Trueth. Why? It needed spelled out so the true in truth will never be made a falsity. At least that's my own calculation based on my own research of factual evidence, which anyone can look up on their own if they took the time to do so. The calendar was never adjusted to keep their lie hidden of the Sabbath as the seventh day, nor did they change the definition in the dictionary. That's ignorance at an entirely different level. Talk about a revelation. Learning in school for accounting how to uncover deception in the company records is why I'm so wound up about uncovering the truth for God. I couldn't think of a better reason to tarry on, can you? It's all about pleasing our Creator. Since I more than spent the bulk of my life pleasing man and their ridiculously ignorant ideals. Just like the speed limit signs. It's all about control, now isn't it? Janet Jackson said it well in her song entitled Control. First off, it's priceless. She has a star earring in one ear and a key in the other. The key is the key. When I was 17, I did what people told me. Continue to do so throughout my life as well, living in a world that's controlled by the elite, working us to death as they laugh all the way to the bank. Did what my father said and let my mother mold me. Well, she tried to mold me to be like her, but that was the last thing I ever wanted. But that was long ago. I'm in control, never going to stop. Control to get what I want. Well, not exactly. It's what he wants. Control I like to have a lot. Never did. Just needed enough and was always willing to share the wealth. Control, now I'm all grown up. Got my own mind. Thank you for that. Even though went through life in a controlled world by a group of dictators ruling their roost with a pack of lies. I want to make my own decisions. When it has to do with my life, my life. I want to be the one in control. I don't want to rule the world. I just want to run my life. So make your life a little easier when you get the chance. Just take control. Control. Now, I've got a lot. Control to get what I want, actually, what I need. That's all. Control never going to stop. Control now that I'm all grown up. Free at last, out here on my own. Now try to control this. It's never going to happen. I wasn't born with a remote, nor was I born with a remote control in my hand to control any one of you. So when you look at it that way, it really turns the light bulb on. Well, it should. Made another idiotic decision years ago when I worked for Paragon Group in downtown Tampa as a project accountant. I had some Don King type of hair. A co-worker gave me a magnet that read, "How can I control my life when I can't control my hair?" It made me laugh, but it was so true looking back at it now. Today I could care less. No muss, no fuss. I mean, I usually wear a hat since my temperature has been in the hypothermia level since around June, which is kind of funny because before I went outside for this long walk in the wilderness over an hour with 2 coats on, which had this hat and 2 hoods plus a scarf, plus, I had a zip hoodie that's pretty warm underneath all of that. The temperature rose to 97.5 and it was only 35 degrees outside. I'm in a warm house and it's colder. This is crazy how it works. But what's crazy is prior to my temperature, I seldom wore a hat. But when I did like to wear hats, I enjoyed it. And then people were like, "Well, why are you wearing a hat all the time?" Because I want to. What difference does it make? I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me because I want to deal with my hair. What's the problem with that? So then I can do my hair in a way that you can ridicule then too. Just like when I got extensions and people talk about that. I could have cared less. Okay, so you don't like it. I don't care. But I didn't throw back a fireball and tell him I didn't really care for something of them because it's not what he wants. And since 50% of your heat, so-called science says, comes out of your head, I figure, yeah, I can't lose if I quadruple it up. So back to the Sabbath. You can continue to listen to Man's Web of Lies, or just start doing your own research, uncovering thy truths, just like I have. It's been a super fun scavenger hunt for me. Since I crossed over out of the land of Oz to much greener pastures following the Lord. You can continue celebrating the Sabbath on Saturday night and or Sunday. I just know after my extensive research, the Sabbath I'm following from here on out began at sundown last night to sundown tonight. Ask questions of your pastors and or priests for the answers that you seek. Have them show you in the Bible. They're fake one. They're one that they've been adjusted so you can understand it better. Really? I can understand G one just fine because I've freed my mind of all the nonsense to make room for all the goodness. It's amazing how much that makes you feel better. So don't be naive to their web of lies, pawning them off as truths. That's my takeaway today. So, again, you can take what I say with a grain of salt. You can take it to heart because everything I say is from my heart, my beloved, unconditional loving heart of gold. I've always helped people when I could or have found them help along the way. But that's just me. So you make your own choices of what you want to do with your life, but don't expect me to listen to what you're going to dictate. And that includes those people in authoritative or so-called authoritative positions. They're not going to tell me what I'm going to do no more. I'm not listening to their nonsense. I'm not following their rules because they broke multiple commandments and they continue to do so. So I just think that their sentence should be from we the people. and we should enforce it, is that they should all be eating and drinking and digesting, swallowing the poison that they've been putting in our food, water, and, those prescribed medications they're pawning off as something good for our bodies. I think that should be their punishment. Let's just give them a taste of their own medicine, don't you think? I think that that's the world we're living in. So why not change the way we're living this world, and let's bring the truth to the surface and show them that we're not going to take it anymore. Set them down. Here you go. Here's your meal. Enjoy it. And we won't watch you eat it. Because that's what they're doing with us. It's been control ever since we got Social Security cards. Ever since we got birth certificates. Way back when, they didn't even have those. And my grandfather's wasn't even valid. We had the wrong birth date on it. Which made that even more poetic. It's amazing when you really start sifting through the science, through their biblical stupidity, and you buy it all, hook, line, and sinker, then you uncover the truth. Like I said, I'm all about facts. I'm not about fiction. That's why I love all those television shows that they say at the beginning, these aren't based on real cases, really? Well, they sound like a lot of real cases to me, because they're awful detailed. There's a lot of cases out there, just like those ones that you see on TV. Don't think they're not true to life. Guarantee you. They got them somewhere. So, it's up to you what you do with your life. But I am so enjoying this Sabbath day. It's my first one because I've been officially celebrating it the way that He would want me to do. I'm doing it with a lot of reading of scripture, a lot of soul searching, a lot of talking with Him. And since I'm homeless, my home is wherever wherever my heart is, wherever the love is. And right now it's in the Dairy State of Wisconsin with a tribe brother and sister that have opened their home up to Hannah and I with loving hearts and with their 2 boys. So we are blessed every day. We don't know what the future holds. I throw it up to Him and say, you know what? You tell me what we need to do next, and we're all balls in. But I don't need to have those dangling between my legs either. So, love to all bunches and bunches. Have a great day. Bye now.